As civilizations progressed, so did the need for more accurate and portable time-keeping instruments. So many people shouting here how to prepare for this question, man. In medieval Europe, well, if this is the problem for a lot of people, that you're not able to concentrate more in your PTE read aloud in the exam because others are shouting. There are so many techniques, so many new tips in this video. All you gotta make sure is watch the video till that. Hey everybody, Naman from Skills PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another video on PTE read aloud 9 PTE new tips for a perfect 90 out of 90. Yes, so before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can WhatsApp us to the number appearing at the bottom of the screen. I'll be there. We will be there to help you guide in the right direction. Without further delay, let me just show you what I've got for you. 9 new tips for 90 out of 90. Let's start with the tip number 1. Know that fluency is the king. I've told this in many videos many a times. But still people focus on content. Try to understand what basically I'm talking about, because 50% of the people understand, the rest 50% assume they have understood. When I say fluency is the king, there's only one king. The rest are not the king. Content is not the king. Correct? So now you can go to any extent to maintain this fluency. That's exactly what I mean. Let's have a look at this question. The history of clocks is a fascinating journey through the evolution of timekeeping, reflecting mankind's relentless pursuit of measuring and understanding that. I'm not compromising on any other thing. I want that fluency at any cost. I'm ready to compromise on all the things, but the fluency should be perfect. There are some difficult words. Skip it, man. This word I don't know how to pronounce. Pronounce it the way you want it. Is it clock or clocks or whatever you want to speak? At the end of the day, I want that fluency. The history of clocks is a fascinating. There has to be a rhythmic speed. That rhythm is what I am looking at. How much hard I practice. I'm not getting that rhythm. What am I basically? What I'm supposed to do basically? See, it's all about this subconscious. Consciousness is here. Subconscious is here. You need to redirect all this to subconscious and convince it. 5 minutes a day. Just sit in a corner of the room and try to convince your mind. It is the fluency. No matter what, I will not hesitate. The history of it should not happen. Why it is happening? You question it. Every person is different. For some it is happening because he is tensed. Other person is happening because he is not confident. One more person, he doesn't know how to speak that word. There could be varied reasons. Correct? You feed that reason and tell your mind, this reason is not important for me. It is the fluency. So just convince your subconscious to get over these reasons so that it will give you the correct output. Even if there is a difficult word, you skip it, doesn't matter. But that fluency has to be there. If you get the right fluency with the rhythmic speed, the history of books is a fascinating journey through the evolution of timekeeping, reflecting mankind's relentless pursuit of measuring and understanding the passage of time. The concept of measuring time dates back to ancient civilizations, where sundials were among the earliest timekeeping devices. These early timepieces relied on the position of the sun's shadow to indicate the time of the day. It's not that I'm giving perfect content, I'll get marks. It is the fluency is perfect. Like I was telling, fluency. Because of this, speaking read aloud. And if your fluency is perfect, because of this, you get 33 to 35 marks to speaking and 33 to 35 marks to reading. So if your fluency is gone, then reading marks gone. Case be very careful. Fluency is the king. And I've also given you some new techniques as to how to make sure your fluency is perfect. It sounds so easy, but when I speak, I'm not able to speak because you are not able to convince your subconscious. I have done all this homework. I have sat in the corner of the room and convinced my mind, telling the mind, convincing the mind. It is the fluency. Don't worry about other things. Don't worry about the content. Don't worry about this word. Don't worry about that word. Even if you're not confident, don't worry. Just make sure you just maintain that rhythm. This is what I've convinced. You convince it, you get the marks. It may take time depending on who you are, how how much connection you have with your mind and how often you do things. There are so many factors. So, depending on this, sooner probably you will get within 2-3 days or a week's time. Definitely it is possible to get the fluency right. Tip number 2, skip the difficult words. Yes. If I skip the difficult words, will I get low scores to my reading? Absolutely no. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely no. You don't have to really worry. All these are being tested. Let's say I have highlighted some yellow words. I am going to show you how I read by skipping these words. Because again, if I ask people to skip the words, they skip the words in their own way. The history of clocks is a journey through the of timekeeping. This will not give marks, boss. You cannot do this. You skip it, but still your rhythm should be maintained. It should be intact. The history of clocks is a journey through the of timekeeping, reflecting mankind's relentless pursuit of measuring and understanding the passage of time. The concept of measuring time dates back to ancient, where were among the earliest timekeeping devices. These early relied on the position of the sun's shadow to indicate the time of the day. This is the way you read, even if you skip the words. For this, again, you need to convince your subconscious. A lot of practicing is not required when this is ready. Otherwise, people end up doing something like this. The history of clocks is a journey through the of timekeeping. Now you gonna get very low score towards your speaking and reading, but you'll be thinking, I skipped the words. As Nakul told from Skills PT, I skipped the words, still I got 40. I should block this channel, correct? But the idea of skipping is something different. So execute them, get the feedback. You want a course, you join us, we will guide you. Not many are very much conscious of the things they hear. Some don't need the course, they just listen, understand, they become so aware and they implement the same way because they understand everything clearly. Some assume they have understood, correct? If you think that you need more help, then you can just join, don't have to do further research. We will give you the right clarity by helping you fixing that mistake with an unlimited feedback on an everyday basis with our course. Okay? But yes, you can skip difficult words. Now the question is, how many words can I skip? Don't skip all the words, 5-6 words. Don't skip a lot many words. Again, we don't know how exactly it works. You skip lot many words, you will give very less data to the software. As a result, software will not be able to judge based on your response that you give because it's very less data. So you need to give as much data, but yes, few words you skip should not be an issue. 5 words, 4 words, totally fine, no need to worry. Tip number 3, don't rush and hesitate. I don't know what happens as and when the read aloud starts. Some devil or some spirit enters. As civilizations progress, so did the need for more accurate and I've seen people doing it. Nakul, how you saw them? You were never next to them in the examination hall. We have people's recording of the official mock test Pearson. In the recording, I've seen people doing all kinds of Bharatanatyam, all kinds of dance, break dance, everything. I don't know why that happens. Perhaps they have not prepared the mind. You prepare for read aloud, you prepare for repeat sentence, everything. But have you given enough time to prepare for this? If this is not right, then whatever you prepare, it's not going to give marks, isn't it? 5 minutes a day, you need to tell this. Try to be very patient, no need to rush, correct? Even if you rush, it's not like you're going to miss the bus, miss the metro, which is going to start in 40 seconds. Nothing like that, right? There's no purpose for it. See, the idea of this exam is, when you go to Australia, will you be able to have a conversation with someone in a way that the person on the other hand will be able to understand you? Let's say you want to have a coffee, you went to a shop, it's like, hey, I want to have a coffee. Do you speak like this? No. But you are telling the software that I am going to speak that way in Australia if you pass me. Correct? I want to have a coffee. Can you tell me what are the options? As civilizations progressed, so did the need for more accurate and portable timekeeping instruments. In medieval Europe, mechanical clocks with gears and heights or weights emerged in public squares and church towers. Thank you so much for the coffee. It was indeed really good. Same way, naturally how you speak, same way, don't rush. If you rush in the natural environment, nobody will understand you. People will unfriend you. You will be left alone. Here as well, same thing. Software will say, no boss, I don't want to listen to you because you are not maintaining a natural rhythm. As simple as that. Correct? Take a deep breath. Keep yourself calm, composed, and just go in a natural way of speech. Isn't it so? Give it a thought. That's the tip number 3. Tip number 4, don't speak slow or don't speak fast. Neither. As civilizations progressed, so did the need for more accurate and portable typekeeping instruments. As civilizations progressed, so did the need for more accurate and portable typekeeping instruments. Medieval Europe, mechanical clocks, both of them are wrong. Like I always tell people, don't, even if you go slow, you're going to get low scores. The software will term this as low fluency marks. Be very careful. If you go fast, you may get in some cases, but your reading will definitely go down, as the software will not be able to clearly understand what you speak. So, what is the best way? Try to be natural at your comfortable speed. What if my comfortable speed is very fast? Then perhaps you need to reduce it. You need to change it. Correct? If you are speaking very fast naturally, ask all of your friends what is their plight every day when you speak with them. They don't understand you clearly. No, I speak fast only in my daily life. Then it is time for you to change the way you speak in your daily life as well, for the better good of everyone, isn't it? Try to go natural, not slow, not fast, at a comfortable rhythmic speed. As civilizations progressed, so did the need for more accurate and portable typekeeping instruments. In medieval Europe, mechanical clocks with gears and weights emerged in public squares and church towers. These clocks were not only practical, but also served a symbolic purpose, reminding people of the temporal nature of life. That's the way you do it. You do it this way, you're going to get a very good score towards your speaking and reading both. If I avoid using one line, we don't know, a lot many changes have happened in the month of November, December, and many are yet to come. With this, I don't want you guys to risk it. Correct? Avoid using one line like, as civilizations progress, so did the need for more accurate and portable timekeeping instruments. Click next and move on. Used to work, but I am not sure, I don't want you guys to risk it. So, give full if possible, otherwise give at least 3/4 of it. In medieval Europe, mechanical clocks with gears and weights emerged in public squares and church towers. These clocks were not only practical. Click next. Here we have spoken at least 75% of the content instead of just 15-20% of the content. And yes, I don't suggest using one line anymore. Please understand this. You may still get marks, I am not sure, but I don't want you guys to risk it, because at the back end, any time the change can happen. It's your money. If you want to risk it, you speak one line, otherwise you speak full. My intention is to give you the right information. If you have real trouble, then speak probably 75%. No, Nakul, I can speak, read aloud, because you have given all the techniques. Any difficult words I can skip, right? I am going to speak full, then well and good, speak full. And you don't have to stress upon few of the words. Let us say the word is here. These clocks were not only practical, but also served. Don't have to speak that way, but also served. Like just go, don't have to worry, the pronunciation marks and all will not go down, you will get your scores. In the natural way of speech, do you say served? Duh, no, you don't say I served yesterday. Just let it happen, let it go, let it flow, you don't have to worry. Alright, but yes, for this, avoid using one line. It's risky, read full just to be on the safer side, or in the worst case 3/4 of it. Okay. 6th one, yes, this was the intro. Practice in a busy background, because I have seen people, probably let us say 30% of the people are still comfortable with a busy background. In the exam, it's going to be fish market, 10-12 people shouting, and you never practiced in that way. All of a sudden you go there, you are not able to concentrate. See, if we have to understand what we speak, we should listen what we speak. Basically, in that noisy environment, we will not be able to listen. And first time you go there, gone case, I have seen people, fumbling upon, stumbling, making mistakes. So, in order to avoid this, you need to practice in a busy background. I will share the link of this audio in the description. You can click on that YouTube link. The background noise will just bombard you. With that you can practice, but here as well I will show you with that. Just have a look at this. It could be more than this in the exam. Probably you can run this on a speaker. As civilizations progress, so did the need for more accurate and portable timekeeping instruments. In medieval Europe, mechanical clocks with gears. This way you can practice. Trust me, first day, second day, third day gonna be difficult, but you're gonna get used to it over a period of time. And do this for repeat sentence, do this for every module of speaking. Apart from that, speaking you will not have the trouble, people will not be allowed to speak after that. So, only during speaking there will be definitely huge background noise. So, this audio will definitely help you. So, practice with this. The link for this audio is in the description. You click on this, it will open a link. With that you can just connect to your speaker and just practice, read aloud. That's the only way out. These are the new things that actually help you, guide you in a right direction. You become more confident because you have seen the worst and the worst of the cases already prior to the exam. So, on the exam day you will be very confident. Trust me guys, you will be confident on the exam day with all these things done and dusted prior to it. Okay. Okay, not again. Tip 7, 1 minute a day. Convince your mind, like I told you in the beginning. It's not content, it's the fluency. I should not fumble. Why am I doing this? Because I want to focus on that word and give the perfect content. Because that will not give me any mark, so there is no point in doing it. It is the fluencies, at least 1 minute a day. Probably I can convince. There are many ways of convincing. Some can connect to their mind and just close their eyes and just talk. Hereafter, I will not fumble. Because why I fumble? Because I am fumbling only because I am focusing on the content, because content is not a priority. This way they can just concentrate here and finish it off. For those who are not able to connect to that mind, you can write down the same sentence. I want to convince my mind that it is not the content, but it is the fluency. Write down some 20 times in a minute or two and see the magic that unfolds. All these are the ways to convince your mind. At the end of the day, it is not practice and lot many things. It is your mind, how it handles the pressure and lot many things, because exam situation will be different. It is not how you play in the nets. It's all about how you play on that particular day on the ground. It could be cricket or a basketball or the football, baseball, doesn't matter. In the nets rather, in the nets you could be a king, but on that day on the ground you need to perform. Getting it right? So, here yes, the same sentence I have taken. We move to tip number 8, don't speak intonations. I have seen people trying it, because in the Pearson score guide they have told there has to be a certain degree of intonations involved, and people assume it in a different way and end up messing it all up. Guys, don't give intonations. The intonations, what they meant is completely different from what we understood that as. Correct? As civilizations, already it has this intonation, civilizations. But how we do it? As civilizations progressed, so did the need for more accurate and portable timekeeping instruments. I have seen every day, sir. Boss, every day I have seen students doing it. Don't do this. Try to speak in an angry tone. That's also one of the techniques using which you can fix this problem. Let's say very angry. How do you speak? I want to have a coffee today. As civilizations progressed, so did the need for more accurate and portable typekeeping instruments. When you become angry, all of a sudden this intonations rather, sorry, this intonation will just go away from you. That's one of the techniques. Well, if you're following intonations, it's time you avoid it. And the last one, speak as if you're talking to your friend. Hey buddy, wanna catch up for a coffee today? As civilizations progress, so did the need for more accurate. Hey buddy, wanna catch up for a coffee today? Actually, I got up so early and couldn't go to gym. Do you wanna catch up for a coffee? I'm totally free. As the civilizations progress, so did the need for more accurate and portable timekeeping instruments. Try to be natural. Only way to practice this way is practice in a way you talk to your friend. Practice in a way you talk to your friend. You talk to your friend, let's say in your language, let's say you speak Arabic, let's say you speak Punjabi, let's say you speak Hindi, just speak, but probably you can record it if you really want, correct? And then listen to the recording, you will get to know how you have spoken in your native language. The same rhythm, the same style, natural, the same composed way, the same patience way, correct, calm way, rhythmic way should be imposed here. Say at the end of the day, it's all observation. Why a lot of people have speaking problem? Because we don't observe things correctly. It's actually very simple. These are the techniques. Even after following this, if you're still not able to get a grip on it, join us. I'll be there. I'll promise you speaking gonna be that easy that you don't have to worry too much about it. Hardly 10 minutes a day you practice, within 3-4 days or within a week, you should have that 90 score. I think that's all I've got for you. Really hope this video served its purpose. You like the video, leave your appreciation with a thumbs up and leave your valuable comments. It definitely gonna make us motivate us a lot, make our day, to help us come back with more informative content, something like this. Fine guys, this is Nakul signing off from Skills PT Academic. Thanks much for watching this video. Soon I'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye bye.